Morning everyone, it's the 24th of April 2021. Just another update on the garden. Been rather busy over the last couple of weeks. My birthday's come and gone. I am now officially a bus pass camper. As you can see from the bunting, turned 60 last week. So the patio is coming on. Let's the reason we haven't done this part is I've had to give the cutter back to the hire company. I get a very good discount, but the reason I get the good discount is if somebody else hires it, I've got to give it back. So it's fair dues, so I can't carry on until I get my cutter. So I've laid this side. Now today I'm doing the path over to the shed, and I've just got to put some more hardcore down there and whack it down. But that's the plan for today. But I've had to give the mixer back as well, so I'm actually mixing by hand, which isn't one of my favourite things to do.
Oh, what do you think? I absolutely love it. I'm absolutely made up with it.
Just finished the path over to the shed. Got the slate in. Morning everyone. It's Saturday, the 22nd of May, and yes, it's still raining. This has got to be the 5th weekend on the trot, and I just haven't had no chance of doing anything kind of work in the garden. It's just been non-stop rain. This month of May, it's just been a total washout. Right, the rain has eventually gone off. We've had 5 weeks of rain, it just has not stopped, and I managed to get the cutter back and the mixer, so we can finally get round to doing these drains. These drains have been an absolute pain. So I don't know whether you can see, I've marked it all out, ready for cutting. Right, we're having a bit of, well, not trouble cutting them, but because of the angles of the cuts, we can't get the cutter to go right into the corner, so we're getting it as far as we can. If you come a bit closer and come right, yeah, give us the camera, sorry on. Can you see that? The way it's just chipped off. So I should be able to get that with the little handle grinder just to tidy it up. That's the plan anyway. I'll take you back to my assistant.
What's my wage then?
Well, I'll be kind to you. So hopefully this will fit. Right, these are down just temporary. I've just put a little spot underneath them to get, so I can get the levels, but this is roughly how it's gonna, hopefully how it's gonna look. They're just so awkward to do. I'm awkward, but more so time consuming, because I've got to do this one. I've got to work my way over so I can get the actual level of this one, and then once that's bedded in, I can't touch it until the next day. I've got to wait for it to go off and then cut round it. Right, hi everyone. Hey, right, slowly but surely getting there. So as you can see, we've done the cuts most of the way around. We couldn't put this one in because obviously that's got to be cut round the corner of this and also around the corner of that one. So I've got that one in for today. I'm going to let that go off, and we've got the height of this one. As you can see, I've just bedded that one in and got it to the right height. So that was the plan for today, was to get these in over to this point so we could get a measurement for this one to get it level, bed that in, and so I'll let that go off. In these temperatures, it's very humid today, very warm and sticky, so that'll go off very quickly. So we'll be able to put the cuts around that tomorrow. So once we get to this point, past that and around that, the rest of it will just hopefully fall into place. It's not morning, everyone, it's afternoon. We've been busy today. As you can see, we've got one grid in, and it's took us nearly all day just to do this one grid. Marking, cutting, and we were cutting the tiles and they were cracking and breaking. It's been an absolute nightmare, especially that one. That broke about 3 times trying to cut that. Absolute nightmare. And we've gone from rain, wind and about 3 coats to tropical paradise. It's been absolutely scorching today, so you can see where we've dampened the ground because the mix is just going off very, very quickly. We've had to stick the big umbrella up to give us a bit of shade. So from one extreme to the other, but it's starting to take shape, and we're actually around the grids now. That's, if you can hear the noise in the background, I've got the mixer going because I'm just going to lay 2 more tonight and then I've had enough. I'm going to have and then that's it. This will be done tomorrow. One big major cut to go in, and then it's just the infill. Well, I'd be glad when this is done. I will be having a cold one, I can guarantee you. Right, I'm going to get these last 2 down and I'll bring these back maybe tomorrow. Speak to you later. Last 6, and then basically putting the cuts in on the end. What day is it? It's Bank Holiday Monday, 31st of May. It's a bit more overcast today, but it's welcome because it was absolute scorch yesterday. We were burnt and the mix was going on really quickly. So just this little corner, get that done today, and then it's the insert, and it's done.
Yay! And then we can just sleep on the couch.
So it's a complete full bed, as you can see, and I've arched the inside so we can get that all spread out when we actually lay the tile. And this is the slurry. What's the slurry called we're using? Pro Primer. Pro Primer. We tried to get the Marshalls, and we tried to get the Easy Prime, but we just couldn't get them. I don't know whether it's because of the situation the country's in, but we just could not get it. But this Pro Prime is from Beasley and Files, has worked a treat. It's like super glue. Once you put these down, boy, they're not gonna move.
Don't make a mistake.
Yeah. recording?
Yeah, again.
The last full one going in.
Let's have a look. Just the cuts.
Morning everyone. It's Tuesday the 1st of June 2021 and the patio is laid. We finished it last night. We got this part done quite early on in the day, but it was absolutely scorching. My ears were burnt. And the mortar was just going off so quickly because of the heat, so we decided to go in, let the sun go round, so this part would have been in the shade, and then we finished this off. So I'm not going to walk on that for a while yet, so I'll leave this grid for today. I'm just going to concentrate on this one. You have to excuse the sniffles. So these tiles here, these are the cuts from the big tiles, so we can carry on with the grain. Keep the I know there's not much of a pattern, but there is a grain within the tile, and I want to try and keep that. Yeah, so there's the first one gone in. As you can see, these marks I've put around each corner, so I can just put the spirit level across them now. And they're just straight cuts. As I said, it's just the hand cut around the handle, which will be a bit fiddly. So these should be done today. Right, hi everyone. As you can see, I've got the first one cut out. It's not bedded in yet, it's just sitting on bits of wood and stuff. But I've actually gone and cut this little one. I haven't cut it wrong, I've just cut it the wrong way around because the grain's running that way instead of that way, so I'll have to cut that again. But that's the general idea of how they'll look when they're finished, when they're bedded in. I'm just about to start this one. As you can see, I've marked it all out all the way around. Maybe you can, I can't see whether the camera's picking them marks up, so I'm just going to run close over them. Got the big brolly covering everything because it's absolutely scorching me ears. I know they're big, but they're burnt and they're killing me. But last week, what a difference. Last week I seen a penguin with an umbrella. That's how bad it was. Look at this, you could fry an egg on this today. Crazy. Right, I've marked it all out. I hope the GoPro's picking this up because I'm only looking at it through this little screen and it doesn't look like it is, but as you can see, I've used a little felt tip marker. So obviously that's the handle. So that's what it, once I've cut that, that's what it should. I've got to do this little tiny piece in the corner. Is that a nice clean cut? Morning everyone. I think it's the 2nd, yeah, it's the 2nd of June 2021. I cut all these yesterday, got both grids done. I'm going to lay these today. I'm not doing it just yet. Sharon's had to go out for a bit, so I'm going to wait for her to come back. So while she's out, well, she's going to get me some pea grit, because I want to put some pea grit in the bottom so the bed's not too thick. And I'm not sure whether the cement will adhere to the tray, so if I put like a little mix of pea grit in the bottom and primer, that'll stick, and then the cement will stick to the pea. That's the idea anyway. So what I'm going to do while Sharon's out is I'm going to put the fascia board on the bottom of the shed so you don't see this horrible shed base. So I started doing this last week, and then the rains came, so I kicked it into touch. But this shiplap, it's where it interlocks into, it's very fragile. You bend it over it just splits. It's a nightmare. So what I've done is I've nailed a little bit of timber across here, and I've put these struts down, as you can see. So that's because obviously there's nothing to fix the fascia board to, and they're just the right thickness. So I've marked them so I can volley the nails down, so it looks like it's part of the shed. And then obviously when we lay, I'm going to be laying these flags today as well along here. So that's why I'm doing this now, because once I lay them flags, it's going to be difficult to get the shiplap underneath. I'm giving it a coat, just a very rough coat of Pro Primer. So that's a mixture of sharp sand. That's a mixture of sharp sand, pea grit, and a tiny bit of cement. I mean, a little tiny bit of cement.
Where's those sponges then?
Just dampen that down. And that'll give me a nice base to work on. And the most important part is a brew. Bye bye Ansalotti. Right, I'm gonna go and put a mix in. As you can see, I've got the mini digger supporting the concrete drain. That concrete, they're about 4 inches thick, reinforced, and some weight in them, believe me. So I've got it supported with the straps of the mini digger, and I've got 4x4s. It's just basically sitting on them, so I've got to take a coarser brick off. I mean, you can see the state of the brick anyway. It's not in that much good nick anyway, and as you can see, the roots have been penetrating. So if I take it down one brick, hi everyone. Oh, it's another scorcher. I don't know whether you know, but I turned 60 in April. And they say when you get to a certain age you start losing it a bit. Well, I've just spent 10 minutes walking around the garden looking for my safety goggles. And yeah, you guessed it, they're on my head. Yeah, pensioners, who needs them? That's it. Finito. All done. I can breathe a sigh of relief. Turn you around. That's it. Hi everyone. As you can see, the sun is cracking the flags, pardon the pun. Yeah, the sun's been out. This month of June has been absolutely spot on. Last month, let me turn you around. Last month, May, we never got a tap done, nothing in the whole month. And yet this month, well, no, it's a bit of a state. The patio is laid. It's not grouted, but it's all laid. Every bit of it, every grid's the lot. We've done all this path. We've got the hardcore in, whacked it down. That's just going to be slated. There's nothing that I wanted to pull flags, but Sharon didn't. She just wants it on slate. She only wants it flagging up to here. So she's the boss. So I've got to do, I'm only the lackey. 60-year-old lackey. So this morning, I've laid these 3. And this is the last one going in. And I'm going to be laying that in a minute. And that's the last flag. And then obviously I've got to build the steps, do the gates, and do the composite fencing over there. But that's not going to be too difficult to do. Oh, and finish the seating area. There's still loads to do, but this is as you can see, the majority of it is done, and we can concentrate on getting this garden cultivated, raked, and getting the turf down, because I can't wait to see some colour in this garden, some green. So all the tile cutter and the mixer has gone back, so back to mixing by hand, which is a favourite of mine. Not right. That's it. Last one, down, done, dusted. And look what's waiting for me. Oh yes, a little birthday gift off my nephew. Cheers, Brian. Oh yeah, am I a happy bunny? Right, tidying up. As you can see, just get the slate in there, and that should look rather nice. Fingers crossed. Right, I'll bring you all back later.